Fabulous. All right. Hi. Hello. Welcome. My name is Jennifer, and I am so excited to be here. We just wrapped a retreat at Mount Shasta. Phenomenal event. We had 44 participants, facilitators, production crew, arrivalees there with us, and it was so fantastic, so inspiring that we couldn't wait to figure out what our next event is going to be. So officially announcing Sedona this November, 2-part, and we're going to be giving away experience to come to both of those experiences at the end of this recording. So stay tuned. We can't wait to tell you more about that, but I'm joined by 3 lovely women who are going to be co-hosting this video. Mostly they're here to tell you about their experience with manifesting, interacting with, bringing about the most potential they can seek, living their authentic truth. And I'm humbled in their presence. So we've got Genesee, Gem Goddess, Cinda Lonsway, all so close to my heart. And I'm going to start passing the mic around. So Gem, tell us a little bit about your experience. You were a participant coming to the Mount Shasta experience. Both Genesee and Cinda were facilitators there. So we're excited to kind of start blurring these lines between teacher and student, facilitator, and participant. And at Sedona, it's going to be a very intimate experience where, again, that line will be blurred as far as who's teaching who what. But yes, Jem, what can you tell us about your expectations and thoughts here with manifesting in general?
The reason why I got so excited when you mentioned doing a retreat all together is because the fact when I was in Shasta, I wasn't a teacher. I was actually a participant. I got to experience that event, and having Genesee and Cinda as teachers was absolutely an incredible experience, and meeting you, Jennifer, was amazing. And when that all came together, I was very excited about that energy, and it just felt right. It felt correct. And I was just really excited to work with you guys because that whole experience was so beautiful, and I wanted to be a part of that and doing that for other people as well. So hopefully other people can also share that experience, and more people can participate in that, because it was so amazing for me to go through that experience, and it was so enlightening, eye-opening. I learned so much when I was there, and I honestly didn't want it to end. And so to be able to do that more and more and to bring more people into it is just going to be amazing for me, and also to share what I want to share, because there's a lot of different things that I would love to put into that as well. So I'm very excited for it.
Oh, well, we're so excited to have you with us. You know, Genesee was originally called to this venue, to this location, Sedona, Arizona. Genesee, tell us why Sedona? What are we excited to be sharing with everyone that's going to come?
Yeah, so thank you, Jennifer and Jem and Cinda. I'm just so thrilled to be with all of you again. This was a match made in heaven, entering the 11/11 and coming into Arizona. So actually, I originally wanted to have Shasta be Arizona. I was being so drawn to Arizona because of the amazing vortex energy. I mean, it's one of the most transformative places, like Shasta is, but it's a much different energy. It is just, as soon as you step foot in the Sedona area, it's as if your whole body just becomes sensitive. You become heightened, and everything just starts connecting. I went there maybe 3 years ago and had a phenomenal transformative experience with lots of the animal critters there that were kind of guiding my path all around. And it's just something that I connect to so full-heartedly. And again, now being in the presence of Cinda and Jem and Jennifer, of course, orchestrating and producing the whole thing, it's just something that I want people to be able to experience. Because when you have, I think, the right guide, and anybody can be the right guide, you can be your own right guide, but when you have people who are so connected and want so open-heartedly for you to have an experience, it's going to happen, and it's going to happen whether you're ready for it to happen or not. And so being with everybody here, I mean, our entire intention is to help you understand manifestation. And in my being, there is no better and more magical place for that to happen than Arizona. No matter where you are, you don't even have to go to one of the apex vortex spots. I mean, just being there and calling in that energy, everything's going to happen. So I'm excited. I'm excited to create and play and engage with everybody.
Oh, me too. It gets me excited just thinking about it. Now, I just want to remind everyone we do have a special giveaway coming up. Super exciting about how to win some experiences with this whole Sedona manifestation November retreat. And what it is it's split into two sections. One's based on personal manifestation, and the second is business manifestation. So Cinda, I would love for you to share a little bit with us about what it means to manifest, power behind intention setting. And, I feel like it's become this buzzword. You create that which you are experiencing. You can be your own manifester of the destiny you want. What does that mean, though? I feel like it's a lot of noise going on in today's environment.
So one of the languages that I speak really well is a language of energy. And energy is a form of vibration that we kick out, right? So people say, wow, that person has a really good vibe. They're talking about their energy, their vibration. And so when we are trying to manifest something, we want to be sure that when we manifest that we are doing it from the highest vibration that we can get ourselves at. So if we try to manifest from a place of fear or anger or frustration or worry, we are vibrating at a very low vibration, right?
Yeah, I feel that
and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Cinda's frozen in time right there. That's what happens.
Too much vibration. The output is too heavy.
It's over. Yeah, it's too heavy.
She went to Arizona for a minute.
Yeah.
Went so high.
I can't wait for her to return. But in the meantime, I think to Cinda's point, you do have this ability to kind of feel into what you want to create. And she'll be back to tell us more about that. Leanna's dying laughing. I know. Some people would cut right here, but we're not going to. Why? Because we're co-creating this. We are choosing to manifest this. And that's a big part of it, is recognizing that whatever you're creating is there for you to either learn something from, grow through, and co-create within. Genesee, these are big lessons I know you teach and explore and play with while we're waiting for the wonderful Cinda to rejoin us. Any follow-up thoughts?
I'm so sorry.
Or Jen, we're tossing it down to you.
Watch out, you're outputting so much energy right now, you might disappear. And it might be down to 2. And we can't manifest perfectly with 2.
Yes, okay. Sorry, that was really funny. That's the comment of that she ascended beyond us. Yes, so I am really excited to talk about manifestation. And right when this event got brought up, I was really excited to bring in manifestation because I find it something that's like so important. And all of us are trying to figure out how to do certain things like attract a love partner or attract the best career or attract different items that we really want or anything like that. All of us are constantly doing that. It's something that's always on our minds. It's not something that's just like, oh, there's a small transit here, there's a window here where you can manifest. It's like you can manifest all the time, but learning how to work with those energies, the certain tools that you can use, how to get over certain blockages, how to get over certain things that, obstacles that come in your way from manifestation. This is something like, when you take away these tools, this is something that you can utilize no matter what. It's not just a temporary thing, because I notice like sometimes you watch a video about certain things, certain portals and gateways, which we're in a very powerful gateway right now. So it's like perfect to learn about this. But what I'm inspired to do is give you the tools that you can use throughout your entire life to manifest no matter what. And doing it during this time is like the best time to learn that. So that's what I'm really excited to talk about and to teach.
And so the time being November, or what do you mean by that?
In November. So we're doing the retreat in November during a really powerful 11/11 gateway. It's a time of manifestation, a time of like radical change. 11's like a master number. And I feel like that's just going to be a really powerful, energetic time to utilize that energy and learn a lot with kind of like changing around people's lives. Because I notice a lot of times we want like big change to happen, and usually we want it right away. We want like an easier way, and this time is an easier time to manifest.
And 11 guests. So we're going to have all the 11s.
Yes.
All the 11s present. It is all intentional. And that's how we always like to say we plan it. But it just divinely works out. It's always just so, I think, so synchronistic how it all comes together. And so I can't wait to be there with you, Leanna. You know, this is when we connected in Shasta and started talking, this just became such a it had to be the next step, you know, having you be a facilitator. And since I was introduced to you, the first thing I heard out of your mouth was manifestation. You grew up learning manifestation, and you attributed it to your mom, and how she taught you, you know, as a little girl to manifest. And it was just something you always did. And so I feel honored to be a part of this with you and getting to come in and see you at work and learn from you also. It's just going to be such a joy and pleasure to hear everything you have to offer to this group. So thank you for saying yes.
Thank you. And I'm so excited to work with you, because even just watching you teach and the energy that you bring and the things that you talk about are just incredibly inspiring. And I was very inspired, especially by the fact that you channel so much, and you're such an amazing channeler. Like things that I've read about in books that you didn't even know what those books were, and you've already channeled all these things, was absolutely so beyond inspiring to me. And so I'm very excited to work with you. And then also Jennifer for being such an amazing producer of all of this. Like this is just absolutely incredible. The way you bring everything together and you get everyone in alignment, you get everyone organized and together, like it would be nothing without you. So I'm so excited to be working with you ladies.
And I'll just ask you, Jennifer, because I know through working together at Shasta and having that be a full produced documentary, and then now we're transitioning into Arizona. Can you just explain to people, because we do have on there that it's going to be a production, and so can you just explain maybe some of that so they know the background on that and what they're getting into?
Sure, absolutely. I do want to say, dear Cinda is texting me. She says her Wi-Fi has somehow disconnected.
Oh.
But she's jumping back in. I think that's what happens. Frequency gets too low, too high. You get out of the shift, but she is with us nonetheless. I just wanted to bring her back into the picture. So yes, we will be filming sections of the retreat, but it is in no way a full-on documentary like we pursued at Shasta. So what that means is that we might be there filming something different than the group activities. We might be there if you feel open and interested in sharing an experience that you had. We're there ready to capture it, but it is in no way a produced moment. We're not even flies on the wall filming while the retreat is going on. It'll be a very, very backstage experience as far as the filming is concerned, and it definitely isn't filming round the clock there. So different in that sense. I think really the purpose of having cameras there, which side note, will be a much smaller production footprint, but the purpose in having someone there is just to pull aside Genesee, Jem, Cinda, participants when they want, just to hear about things that are happening. We're just chronicling this shift that's happening. And I think that there's so many people that are starting to come up to the surface and getting a grasp of these new concepts that are coming through. You know, we're learning about astrology. We're learning about multidimensional chakra systems, whatever that means. We're learning about taking crystals and using them as manifestation tools. We're understanding connections with angelic presence in our life. You know, and those are all just a little microcosm of the knowledge that these women are bringing to the retreat. So to that, I want to kind of peel back a little bit around the numerology. Cinda's back!
Yay! She's back to the dimension.
Human again.
So I'm on my iPad now. So, oh my
Great. Welcome on back. I'm going to let you kind of reacclimate. And in the meantime, we're going to talk a little bit about numerology. We're really diving into the fact that this retreat is gearing up for the 11/11, November 11th manifestation portal. So sounds really hippy dippy, very existential, but what it means is that there's power in these numbers. And when you start utilizing them as an opportunity to manifest, you can springboard into the dreams and hopes you want to create for yourself. So Genesee, Jem, I would love to toss it over to either one of you about who can tell us a little bit about November, the months to come, and programming within the manifestation opportunities there. I feel like Genesee's rearing up. We'll go to Genesee first, and then Leanna, you can kind of figure out what you want to say.
I was going to be so polite and not say anything, even though I was like shaking out of my boots.
Yeah.
So to me, and I'll just start again by saying that, all of these things that you will learn, like you just said, Jen, astrology, numerology, chakras, crystals, any of these things that we use that we call tools to help us understand all of this. In my experience and everything I've learned is that you can set your own definitions to life. There's so many synchronicities happening around you constantly. And as soon as you become aware of anything, if it's, animal symbology, which is so huge in Arizona, or if it's, using crystals and what the meaning of different crystals are when they come into your life, or astrology and, whatever's happening in the planets and the stars. And she's gone again. Too much talk. Okay, we just need to hold space for Cinda. She'll be back. So all of this, all of these methods, to me anyways, you can use your own interpretations over anything that comes to you symbolically, and it can be your own language to understand divine. And so that's one of my big teachings, is to get people to understand that as long as you are present in life and grounded in life, you can find the answers. And it doesn't have to be anybody else's answers, although it helps when you have a reference point. But you can use your own experiences to basically understand your internal, subjective, and external objective reality. And so with the numerology leading up to our 11/11, what we keep talking about. So we are right now in September, which is a big finishing. It's a 9-month, and this is a 2019. It's a 3-year. And so in my language, how I explain this is right now, everything we are going through is this big completion, this big shift, this big finishing of the human project. So whatever things you have kind of been densely connected to in your human reality, whatever has been happening for you, where you find yourself in this awakening moment that you're in right now, this is exactly where you're supposed to be. This is the 9, this is the September. It's all about completing so that we can move to the next. We can update, upgrade, activate, shift, whatever you want to call it, awaken, take that first next conscious breath. And so then we move into October, which is a 10. And so October and the ones and the zeros, if you think computer language, it's all about programming. And so coming into the end of the year, we are in this huge shift to get ourselves ready for the next new beginning of 2020. Is that where we're going next year? Is it 2020? So October becomes this unbelievable programming month, and all of us here in front of you have come up with a 30-day challenge, which is going to get you, whether you come to the Arizona retreat or not, it's going to get you so primed to get into a flow to manifest come November. And so just added benefit for 11 people, you will get to manifest with us come November in Arizona. But the 10 is all about resetting, since the 9 was letting go. The 10 is resetting, programming. Who do I want to be? Why do I want to be that? And let's get ourselves in that frequency like Cinda was talking about. So we're raising our frequency come October to allow ourselves to shift into that next new updated program, the 2.0, so they say, right? And then come 11, like Jem said, it's a master number, it's a gateway. Cinda talked about the 11s for her represent angelic code. And I'll let you talk about that in a moment. But the 11 is the manifestation portal. It's everything we just programmed ourselves for. Basically, what we do is we walk through this beautiful, we'll just call it a invisible, but it's all energetic portal where we say everything I am right now is everything I want to carry forward, and that becomes our next new reality. And then come December, we get the first glimpse at where we're still holding duality. It's the reflection of the duality that we might still be carrying from the energy of the previous year before we go into the January, which is the new beginning. And next year, it's all about building a solid foundation on this earth plane for exactly who we want to be. That's the 2020. And so that's why I think these 4 women in front of you were so desperate to get in front of you and create something for this November, because the 2020 of next year, for everybody who's feeling this energy, for everybody who's waking up, wherever you are in your consciousness level, if this is your first conscious breath or if this is your last conscious breath, wherever you are, it's such an amazingly connected time to basically transcend everything you kind of have experienced up into this point, and birth in this physical earth plane, this next playground for you to enjoy and partake in. And so, unless anybody has any comments, Cinda explains her 11s so beautifully, and I think it gets right back into the heart center conversation we lost you at with frequency and all that. So
yeah, let's raise the frequency and then shut everything
and
down.
then disappear again. Show them how you do it, Cinda. Show them what plane you operate out of.
So I'm on my iPad now, so the camera I think is in a different location than where I want to look. So for me, when, 1111 is my number, either it's 11, it's one of the master numbers in my numerology chart, it's 111, so 111 or 1111. And I see it everywhere. I see it everywhere. Whenever I do, I know instantly the angels are telling me, we're with you. It's time to manifest. Know that we're one. You and us together doing the work that we're designed to do to manifest a better life to live, a healthier planet to live on. And in that moment, I always say thank you, and I realize the blessing that I have, and I quickly send out a prayer to manifest more. I think that manifestation has been given a bad rap in the sense that in the old days, we used to manifest for stuff. And I think with this new wave of spiritual awakening, we're manifesting for bigger and greater and more important things, not actual things, but for healings of self, for miracles. We're manifesting and wanting to manifest miracles. And my goal with this Sedona retreat is to bring a ritual that I've created called Being a Cause for a Miracle, which would be so powerful to do right before the gateway of that 1111.
It will be.
What?
It will be, right?
Yeah, it will be. It is. The timing just couldn't be more spectacular. And in this ritual where we learn to raise our vibration, where we learn to see and feel the blocks of our energy centers that are below the heart that slow us down, right? Slow our manifestation down. We, if we can clear ourselves of that block and raise that frequency up higher, then from manifesting from a place of our heart or our truth or our knowing or our God, we can manifest instantaneously, and we can be the cause for a miracle of self, a miracle for others, a miracle for the planet. And my goal is to really, really have people own their own power here, understand their own worth, that they are.
They are.
Like,
what was that last part, Cinda?
They
are capable of a miracle. What did I say?
You got frozen again.
I lost you for a split second, but that they are capable of a miracle.
Yeah.
So
beautiful. No, and it's so interwoven. You know, that's just one of the many rituals that we'll experience with Cinda in Sedona. And Jem, maybe I'll toss it your way and you can talk to us a little bit about what the days will look like, how manifesting works in a series of intentionality. I know you speak very clearly about there's things you can do if you want to create a result in your life. It's not a mystery. We're going to unveil what some of those things are. And again, a giveaway coming up at the end of this video here. But Jem, love to hear your thoughts on what each day will look like and how that weaves together so that people can manifest what they're looking to create.
Yeah, so what I'm really excited about, and this kind of goes for the business manifestation and the personal manifestation, is the first day we kind of cover what manifestation is. We cover how manifestation actually works, the sciences behind it, and this kind of gets the foundation ready. So when you figure out this stuff, this is kind of information. When you know the foundation of this, this is something you can look back on whenever, whatever situation that you're in, whatever scenario you're in, if you're experiencing blockages of any kind, it'll help you decipher how to figure out why manifestation might not be working at a certain moment for you or how to make it work better for you. So we're going to lay down the foundation of it and get a really good understanding of what manifestation actually is and how it really works. And so that's what the first day is about. And then also we're going to do a bit of intention setting of what you want to experience during the retreat, what you want to come out of the retreat with, what you want to focus on manifesting during the retreat, and setting intentions for all of that, because intention setting is pretty much the most important aspect of all of manifestation is intention setting. If you don't have an intention, your energy's scattered, you don't have like a pinpoint focus of where you want to go. And so in that first day, we're going to write down what you want to manifest, how you want your experience at Sedona to go. And so the next day, then it brings us into the next day, and we're going to do different types of modalities of manifestation, which we're going to focus a little bit on crystals and meditation. Those are going to be the two main focuses, as well as a few other things as well, talking about a bit about astrology, a bit about other things, bit of divination, hopefully scattered across there. But with meditation, we're going to focus on how to clear away certain blockages with meditation, how to use your intentions during meditation, how to step into the best version of yourself. Because when you're feeling good, you're manifesting good things. And we're going to learn a lot more about that, but then it's going to get deeper when we actually integrate it through meditation is one of the most powerful ways to manifest, in my opinion, as well as using crystals, because crystals have their own foundational energy. They have their own resonant frequency, which will correlate with different things in your life and in your auric field, in your energetic field that you want to clear out, certain blockages you want to clear out of yourself, healing past hurt. Crystals can also really help with that. And then also bringing in certain energy for you. So a lot of us want to manifest love, for example, and there's crystals that you can use to help you manifest love, and also self-love or confidence or anything else that you're wanting to manifest. There's crystals that can boost this energy. We're going to learn how to activate these crystals and work with them and do a bunch of stuff with them. And then on the third day, we're going to readdress, we're going to revisit what you're experiencing. If you're experiencing any sort of conflicts, if you're experiencing any sort of like negative thoughts, because a lot of us, when we're manifesting, we'll start to think about who we want to be or what we want to become or what we want to create, all the things that we want to bring into our lives. And sometimes we're faced with doubt, we're faced with fear, we're faced with guilt from the past, thinking, oh, I don't deserve something because of some past attachments or some past experiences. And so on the third day, we're going to visit all of those different things and break those down and help each other break through all of our barriers, all of our blockages, and then end it with some more meditations and more sitting and grounding and manifesting your intentions. And so on the third day, we're bringing in all those things and then also revisiting anything that might be blocking you. And then we move into the personal. So if you're there for both of them, they're going to be a bit different. There's going to be different focuses and different things that we're explaining on both of them. So even if you're there for both, it's going to be very different. So you'll get some new kind of experiences through the whole thing. And as well, if you're there for both of them, it would also be fun to start to have intentions for both as well, and then work through those different intentions for both. So that is what the outline of that looks like.
And you get to sleep.
And there's
Oh, I had some sleep in between that.
We'll
Just
give 1 hour for sleep.
Just 1 hour.
Power nap integrations.
Power
Exactly.
nap and more intentions, because we are going to be manifest everything. Everything's manifesting.
Leanna's like, I'm so bright, and it looks like you're just in the
I know
shadow.
I'm dimming out right now. All my light went away.
Sun is setting, new day's coming. Well, I think that's a great indication. What makes me most excited here is that, we all have these dreams, these seeds of desires, wishes for ourselves, for our lives, for those that we love. And this retreat is really all about bringing those into reality, what you can do to tangibly make that come true. Very clear steps to get focused on what you want to create for 2020 and the years to come.
And can I just say something really quickly,
Yes.
Jennifer, since I have been off of this call the majority of the time?
Certainly.
I think what is really extraordinary about us coming together is that we are 3 women in 3 different stages of our lives. And I think that with that brings a different level of awareness and wisdom, and yet we are all 3 incredibly spiritually awake and practicing our spirituality and so tapped in. And so you have Leanna, who, what are the words that you gave us, Genesee? You kind of gave us titles.
The maiden.
And so you have the maiden, and in her mid-20s, and she's just so all about abundance of life and experiences and
Not
innocence
jaded.
and joy.
Is that what you're saying?
There's no jading, right? I mean, it's just Leanna comes so fresh. She is so fresh. And then Genesee, this mother in the middle of raising children and having a house and a husband and all of that, and yet despite all that in her life, in your life, you have this extraordinary ability to see the world through a set of eyes that the rest of us don't get, For you to be that set of eyes for us and to tell us how you see things in your multi-dimensional galactic way is so extraordinary. And so that makes you what? The mother?
The mother, yes.
Mother, and hopefully I'm not quite the crone yet.
We're going to call you the wisdom keeper. That's the updated name for the crone.
All right. I love that. I love that so much better. And, my children are grown and gone, and I'm in a new phase of my life where I could just sit and be and love and I see the world through a whole different, set of eyes. So I think that whoever attends this retreat is just going to get 3 different levels of sight, really, insight. And it from 3 different stages and phases that we are in our lives. And I think we balance each other beautifully. And of course, Jennifer is the ringleader, making sure it all happens and flows and keeps us on task and on track. So I that is really, truly what excites me the most. I am so excited to see Jem speak. I'm so excited to see you share your gifts with the world. I have experienced Genesee's gifts firsthand. And for me to see other people being wowed by that is just going to blow my mind. And then I am very eager to share my wisdom and my knowledge and my knowing the way that I see it. So anyway, that is lighting my world right now about Sedona.
The trifecta.
The trifecta.
Fabulous. All right. Well, I think we shall wrap it up here shortly. Genesee, talk to us about how we can win a chance to come to this amazing retreat.
Yes, so the giveaway. So down below, there will be a link. And on that link, when you click through, you're going to get to a page that has a place to enter and win. So all you have to do is add your email address. Once you add your email address, you'll be taken to a second page that you can visit one time or daily for more entries. And there's lots of ways to receive more entries and more access to win the grand prize, which is going to be an $1,100 seat at our retreat. So one lucky person will get to choose if they want personal manifestation or business manifestation, and can join us in Arizona this November 1st or the 4th. And so we are so excited. Go ahead and go on, and sharing is caring, everybody. So pass it along. And we sincerely appreciate that. So much gratitude from our hearts to yours for sharing it. And just, we can't wait to see these 11 people come to Arizona and what we're all going to create. So yes. Any questions? Post comments. Jem, let us know what else should they be posting comments on? Any questions?
Follow us, because there's gonna be a lot more information on the retreat. If you guys want to join our challenge, if you can't afford to join our retreat, there's still that challenge where you guys can take part in lots of manifestation knowledge and get your manifestation on, whether you can join us or not. But then we'd love to have you guys there. So I'm very excited about that as well. And then just follow us along on our journeys, because all of us on social media, I'll have all of our social media links down below in my video description. If you guys want to follow everyone here, Cinda, Genesee, and Jennifer, if you guys want to join us on our journeys, we're going to be posting a lot before the retreat. So that's all I have to say, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm so excited to meet all of you guys who end up coming out. So excited for it.
Yes, absolutely. So again, that 30-day challenge for the month of October. Sign up now for that, free to everyone. And don't forget to register into the raffle. Win a spot in Sedona. Shall we sign off? All right, bye.
With light love.
Sending so much love, you guys.